weren't streaming. Hi, everybody. How is everyone? I'm okay.
Hi, everybody.
Dustin and I just had a very decent conversation. We can throw it. We should have been streaming, but I forgot we weren't streaming. So that's a problem. But we were just talking about Nintendo essentially just putting codes on the physical copies of games. And this has been going on for a decade plus everywhere else. And I don't understand why everybody's shitting on Nintendo for it all of a sudden. It seems like the normies got a hold of this because they're going to get their kids the Switch too. And they're kind of mad about it. And I get it. But where were you when the Xbox One and the PS4 came out? Where were you in 2016 when EA was putting less than a quarter of their games on the disc and you're downloading the rest? Where were you in 2019, 2020 when most games turned into this? Not all. I'll give you that. Not all, but most. I mean, we're at the point to where we're just using everything on the internet, which is great and convenient, but they can take the game away at any point in time in all situations, even if that wasn't in their user agreement, because they own the servers that support the games. So even if it is a download file and it's a single player game, that game can be disappeared pretty quickly. They can even delete it from your accounts and say it's not playable anymore. And always have. And this goes for everything else too. Like, everybody's complaining about this in video games, but let's look at other situations where it's not the companies doing it. It's the users doing it, right? Like, I'll give you a prime example that is in games. Steam and PC gamers. Look, Steam's great. I like Steam. Never shit on Steam. But the biggest problem was that PC gamers went all digital. How many gaming cases can you find, or gaming cases can you find that actually have that are new or within the past 5 years made that actually have disk drive slots available, DVD drive slots available? Start there. What about Netflix and streaming services? DVD sales are not horrible, but they're not great. But like, that's going to be something that goes away eventually. Same with, or DVD/Blu-ray. CDs for music, that's gone too, for the most part. Nobody really buys them anymore. The only thing that's saving the music industry is the revamp of vinyl. Actually, there's people who are putting out cassettes now for the same reason, which is actually pretty cool. I think someone was going to try to do an 8-track too. I don't know how feasible that is, but and Steam and the PC was just straight user base. They convinced the user base to go to this, which is good. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But how many physical copies of PC games do you see nowadays?
0.
Yeah. How many, I mean, DVDs are going out. DVDs and Blu-rays are going to go out the window eventually. Best Buy stopped selling them last year, I think it was. CDs are pretty much gone. There's no real record stores anymore, at least not that I'm aware of. Or FYE, I haven't seen in a long time. They aren't around here anymore. I don't even know if they exist at all.
They just closed the last Radio Shack in Maryland.
I mean, the reality is that everything moves online, and that's great, and it's convenient, and it's wonderful. But at the same time, people are forgetting, like a lot of the normies that later complain about this situation in another field or from another company or whatever, just never paid attention. And look, you may play video games as a hobby, but there's normies inside of hobbies. Okay, this is every hobby in existence. The hobbyists are the ones who are telling the normies, "Hey, we should probably not do this," only. Then they turn around and since there's more normies, it doesn't really fucking matter what the hobbyists say. I mean, in my opinion, that's the one thing between gaming today and the gaming of any other time period. Like, from 2013 to now, or from 2013 and before, it was a hobbyist thing. Like, it wasn't a normie thing. Like, yeah, kids, I mean, I guess normie kids played video games, but that was like, it was like whatever. They weren't the vast majority of sales. Normie kids played Madden and like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and stuff like that, sports games and first person shooters. But then we got into some got into like things like Skyrim and stuff like that when that launched because it was talked about so much. But the reality is that there's a lot of normies in gaming who just follow trends. There's a lot of normies in every hobby. Pick one. But the hobbyists need to sit there and gatekeep what the companies do, and the hobbyist can't in a lot of situations, especially entertainment situations. Books, movies, movies. Any video kind of, not just movies, but like TV shows and shit. Anything that could come out on DVD. And that was another user case. DVD has been taken over by Netflix and streaming services. So, like, it's not, that was user based, that was purely user based. So was Steam. Books, I think the only thing that's actually surviving in physical copies is books. And that's because people are like, oh, I have way too much screen time. It's shit out. It's raining or storming or the power's out or because of the storm or like it's dark, it's late at night, man. I've had too much, or it's later in the day and it's like, you know, this time and like people are reading before they go to bed or whatever and they're using a physical book because it's better for your eyes, it's better for your sleep conditioning. And it's just, it's the only media that's left that isn't taken over by streaming services or subscription services of some type. And it's kind of sad. It sucks. But that's the way the future is. Actually, the future is even worse for gaming. Everybody complains about music, but streaming music over a service is nothing. It's so little data. It's crazy. Even video isn't that bad. But gaming, that's an active entertainment. Like, you can't, it's not a passive thing. So eventually we're going to move to cloud gaming and it's going to suck and I'll probably stop playing video games altogether because why bother? It's going to suck. Input lag constantly. Competitive games are going to die. Any games like Dark Souls and stuff like that are going to die. They're based on timing and stuff like that. And if a game glitches in the middle of you doing your stuff, it's going to be really hard to, even if it survive game. So, I mean, we've all played bad games of, you know, Call of Duty or Halo or where the connection was just shit. You know? And
Right.
I think it's bad now. Wait until the connection's good to the server, but everybody else's connection is shit to the server. So you look like a god, but really what's happening is you have an upper hand. You know? The connection isn't always on the user's fault. Back end could be at fault. People don't understand this either. When it was like early Call of Duty, Halo, and stuff like that, it wasn't server based. The only server based part was the matchmaking. It was peer to peer, meaning everyone, if you hosted a game, everyone was hooked up to your console. You were the one controlling the game, where your console was. So if you had a bad internet connection, everybody in that game had a bad internet connection. Now it's even worse because what if there's a break in the line? You know? What if?
What if?
I mean, the reality is that if you look at today's media, it's kind of just going to shit. Doesn't matter what happens to it. There hasn't been that many good games that came out in the past decade. There's some good notable ones there, but nothing really worth talking about to an extent. None of them have the following of, or the hype, or the energy that, you know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare's and Black Ops and Halo 3 and all of that. That hype isn't there for any video game anymore. Competitive or not. Even Skyrim. There's no hype even like Skyrim now. Any game. Movies, same shit. There's no hype. There's no like must-see movies anymore. They're just maybe one a year if you're lucky. Same with video games. Maybe one good game a year. Like genuinely good, not just a reskin version of the last game that looks a little bit different because it's set in a slightly different setting and is, you know, maybe they added a mechanic or two. I mean, honestly, gaming, movies, entertainment in general, except for books, has gone to shit. It's because books you can publish yourself now through Amazon. So they'll even publish you physical books, right? So and it's like you pay for each book to be made. You know what I mean? Is it the best quality? No, but they're still selling physical books that way. Self-publishing is a really big thing in the books industry now. So, same with comics and stuff. They're the only ones who are probably going to survive for a while. Mangas probably has that somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm sure someone has it. I mean, eventually I think we're going to be so secluded because I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, physical books are great. Mouthful. I read a physical book every day. Something. I am reading. Actually, I decided to read an old book this time that I've had forever, The Outsiders, just for the fuck of it. It's been a while since I read it. So. I haven't read the Star Wars books. I was never a huge Star Wars fan. Like, I don't hate the movies or anything. I just wasn't that interested in it to get into it that deep. But I've heard they're good. I've never been into the heavy lore on Star Wars. I like Star Wars. I just don't like it enough to get into that kind of thing. It's one of those kind of things. Kind of like Star Trek. Like, I like Star Trek, but I'm not watching every episode. I'm sure I would like One Piece, but I'm not watching every episode of One Piece. All that stuff. Like, it's just your niche. Like, for me, books is more of a. I'm reading a pretty simple book right now, but like I don't really read like as far as like fiction. I usually stick to like the classics and some of it's heavy reading. Like the Iliad of the Odyssey is pretty heavy. Things like that. But yeah, and then I read random stuff, philosophy, science, whatever. All kinds of shit. Just whatever tickles my fancy. Time. And it's usually a physical book I read. Actually, it's always a physical book I read. If I can't read it physically, I will go on Audible and listen to it instead. Because I'd rather do that than read on a screen uh, constantly, like I do at work. But yeah, the amount of time that people rage about stuff when it's way too late has been occurring way too often in recent history. The whole thing with Nintendo right now, everybody's spazzing about that. It's like, you mean like the rest of the game industry essentially? Um, it sucks. No one likes it. Who's a hobbyist, but uh, it's just the way it turned out because partially it was the hobbyist's fault and it's also the normie's fault. It's just easier to buy a game online and download it than it is to go to a store and buy a copy. Um, Same thing with video. Easier to watch it on Netflix and pay for a subscription or whatever service and watch that movie and a bunch of others instead of going to the Walmart or whatever and buying the Blu-ray or the DVD. Um, Same with TV series that come out on DVD and stuff. All that. Um, I mean, there were times where I spent like hours going through like FYE and things like that looking for a new anime and all that kind of stuff. But that just isn't a thing anymore. I don't know. I haven't really watched Star Trek in a long time, so I have to check it out. Let me think. Let me look at this cast of Star Trek. Probably gonna be from the original one, to be honest. I put case, not cast. Read, you idiot. This is this isn't help at all. You're not showing me pictures. You're showing me names. Is this the movie or is this the? Yeah, it's the movie. The last movie they did. Looking. Oh, the Next Generation I watched a good bit of too. That's because it was always on TV, right? When I was in like, need to see what she looked like. Not bad looking. She's old now. She's not bad looking. That's another problem. They always have like, like current photos of them, so I actually have to click on them and look what they used to look like. This one doesn't even show me anything for a picture. Looking at all the cast and crew. Or cast. Who did she play? I forget her name in Star Trek. I don't know how to say her last name in Star Trek, but Dana. It's Next Generation. Troy? I guess it's Troy? Troi?
Mm.
That's how I would have said it. But she was pretty attractive, although I like dark haired women, so. I'm pretty sure she had pretty dark hair in that. Yeah, she did. It's not super dark, but darker. It's like a dark brown. It's not like black hair. And she was pretty attractive. I'll just go with her for now because I don't feel like looking through the cast anymore. But like we've gone through this for everything, right? Like people say innovation. I don't really see a lot of this current innovation as innovation anymore. Like when you think about it, we haven't really innovated too much. Like people call it smartphone innovation. I'm like, it's not really innovation. Like it's just a next logical step to a portable computer. Like we had Palm Pilots, we had laptops, Palm Pilots, tablets again, smartphones, pseudo smartphones like the BlackBerry and stuff like that. I don't know why I call them pseudo smartphones, but they were pretty much smartphone for the time. I mean, game consoles aren't really changing. Computers aren't really changing. People talk about especially around 2014, 2015, people were talking about quantum computing like they were going to have quantum computers in their house. I'm like, no, you're fucking not. Like the amount of energy and resources you need just to run even if it gets as cheap as possible, it's going to be stupid expensive. Just the cooling for that is going to be stupid expensive, much less the actual technology. It's going to cost a lot just to run. AI is... I don't even like AI. Like, I have a feeling that eventually, probably after I'm dead, probably after my kid's dead too, AI is going to be good enough to where, like, you'll be like, hey, make me this game that's kind of like this game, but in a different setting, with a different storyline, and people are going to be playing individual games, not even, like, it's not going to be a shared collective game. Same with movies and videos and stuff. Like, if AI gets as good, I don't think it's ever going to get as good as they say, and there's a reason for that. It's because the most advanced thing that came out was DeepSeek, and it's not that good. People keep saying it is. I'm like, it's not though. Like, it's just not. Like, people say it is. I'm like, not really. Is it better than previous iterations of AI? Sure, but like, it's just not that good. But they were talking about like it was light years better than any of the others. I'm like, it's not though. Like, it's only a little bit better. It's like it's so incremental. We're at the point to where AI is at like tick and talk already, right? Like Intel, the way they do their or the way it used to. I don't know if they do this now, but especially in like the 2010, the 20 teens and stuff like that, 2010s, it was a tick-tock motion. So they drop a new one. The next processor would be the same format, but more refined and better. Then they drop another new chip and same process. And that's pretty much where AI is already. And the fact that it's already at that is kind of scary. That to me, that means everyone was betting on AI and it's going to die. That's what that means to me. I don't think AI is ever going to... AI, because it's not really AI. But it's deep learning. It's just the closest thing we can get to AI at the moment. It's it isn't getting much better. If you guys remember, like it'd be like every couple years there'd be a processor or a computer or a smartphone or a blank that came out that like blew everything out of the fucking water. That isn't happening with AI. Like DeepSeek did not blow every other AI out of the water. Just didn't. Everybody was talking like it did. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like it's the same shit. And that was the Chinese open source one that they put out because I think they wanted to crash America's stock market. I think that's why they actually did that. But it didn't work. Fortunately. But this whole thing about going into AI, I don't think it's going to help anybody, except for maybe being an assistant. I don't think it's going to get advanced enough to be something along the lines of like Cortana, or I'm not even talking about like the physical aspect of it. I'm talking about like the actual aspect of it running. Um, we're never going to get to that ingrained kind of detail, at least probably in the next 30 years. So it really just depends on what's going on uh, inside the government versus like this whole thing about AI kind of sketches me out. I feel like everybody's betting on something that's not going to happen, and it's kind of like, who cares? Um, Also, if AI does get that good, everyone's fucked.
You're all going to die down here.
No, not that. That's not even that. Let's say that never happens. Everyone's gonna die. We're gonna end up
You're
like the
all
people
going
from
to die
Wally.
down here.
We're just gonna kill ourselves. That's what's gonna happen. Slowly and retardedly. Like the people from fucking Wally. You ever watch Wally?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the starship, all the fat fucks floating around. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen to the human race if AI actually isn't violent and isn't that's what's gonna happen to us. We're not gonna have a job, which will open up maybe meaningful stuff, but it's gonna be a communist slash socialist society that I don't want to live in, which we already live in, fortunately. But um, so I have no. If you want my honest opinion, I think this is how every civilization ends up killing itself eventually. This is why that. Uh, this is why, like, I do believe that there are aliens, but I don't believe that the aliens we see today, or the UFOs we see today, are aliens. I believe it's government projects. But I believe if there is any aliens that we, unless they should, like, it sucks because like I want to say that aliens have come to the Earth and talked to the government and all that stuff and blah blah blah, but I'll never fucking believe it, even if it's on TV. Even if I was live there, I wouldn't believe it. And that's how much I don't trust the government as it is. So like, um, passions are great and stuff, and you know there'll always be need for some kind of physical labor. But the way things are going, I think we're betting too much on technology, and I don't think we're betting enough on the human race. So we'll eventually go extinct, and the only thing that will be left is the robots. And the reason we'll go extinct is because there'll be no reason to procreate. You have no reason to procreate. Everything will be handed to you by robots, and there's just no reason to do it. So we'll eventually all die and we'll all eventually get fat, old, and die. I think that's how civilizations, if there are any living alien civilizations, they avoided that. But that's why I think any alien civilizations are gone. It is because it's not just human nature; it's animal nature. Assuming that aliens are a species of animal, uh, yeah. You know what I mean? But that's besides the point. The whole AI thing, I think, is just fucked. I actually don't think it's as good as I think it is. I don't think it's going to get much better either. And that sounds
Sounds racist. Okay.
cocky, cocky against technology or ludditish. I just don't think it's going to be that good. Let's be honest. Just the implementation of using like computer design on cars make cars look boring as fuck. Like, where's my Cadillacs with the giant fucking rear fenders that stick up like 8 feet in the air? You know what I mean? Lamborghinis are boring looking. Look at them. It's like this weird fucking flat half circle that has like weird sharp edges. Like, yeah, they're cool cars. I'm not saying they're not because of the engineering aspect, but like, they're not fun to look at. Like, they're not like, oh, that looks cool. Old muscle cars look better than new muscle cars. Like, they use elements from old muscle cars and new muscle cars. It's just dumb. Like, and look, I see the benefits of computer aided design for cars. But like, it doesn't make me want a new vehicle. Like, I don't want a new vehicle. I don't. Like, I think they all look the fucking same. All the trucks look the same. All the cars look the same. All the crossover SUVs look the same. All the fucking SUVs look the same now. Regular SUVs. All the minivans look the same. All of them look the same. All of them look the same. And it's dumb. All the vans look the same. All the fucking everything looks the same. It's annoying. Hell, we don't even have small trucks anymore. Like, it's kind of gay. Like, it's kind of gay and stupid now. Like, everything's stupid and fucking gay, and making this weird ass fucking safety first mentality bullshit is what led us here. What's part of it? That and the be fair thing. It's like, life isn't fair, get over it, stop bitching. If there's anything that life has taught me, is that nothing in life is fair. Get over it. Like, I don't even complain about work anymore. Like, I just don't want to be there. That's my complaint about work. I don't ever want to be there anymore. And they're not fair at all. I mean, not the least bit. And that's fine. They don't have to be fair. It's, I mean, at this point, I haven't worked at a place in my entire life where it wasn't just workplace politics that got you places. You could be the best at your fucking job, no matter what it is. Best in the fucking world. But if you're not into playing workplace politics, you're fucked. You're fucked. Correction. I have only worked one place like that, and that was for my dad and for another painting company. That wasn't like that. But like, everywhere I've worked, grocery store, any retail store is that way. Any office job is that way. Construction's that way sometimes. A lot of the time, probably. I just didn't work in all the fields, so I don't fucking know. At this point, and I think at this point, people are waking up to that. People are really waking up to that, and it's going to get to the point to where there's going to be, we're going to revert back to certain things. Like, we're going to revert back to everybody working for themselves again. That's the way it used to be, right? Even during the Industrial Revolution, most people still worked for themselves. Yeah. They just did it at night. They just did it in the evenings, right? Or whatever their shift wasn't in. You know what I mean? But I did it on weekends and things like that. Like, we're going to be moving back to that. And right now, there's every company that exists today is trying to stop that. And I think we're going to get back eventually because of all the bullshit between not just technology, but politics, technology, geopolitics, local politics. It's going to get to a point. Actually, if you want my honest theory, I think the kids around the ages of 15 to 10, maybe 16, maybe even 9, especially specifically white kids, males specifically, they're going to be done by the time they're fucking adults with society. And that usually isn't a good sign. And it's not a good sign in the sense that society is going to fall. No, it's a very bad sign to very much violence. It's what happened in Weimar Germany. It's what happened in every major collapse, every major war, every major dictatorial takeover. That's what happened. And it's not capitalism that's the problem. Everybody's going to blame capitalism. Well, we don't live in a capitalism, so when that happens, you can come back to me. But it really what it is, it's social norms. It's social norms that are so bad that there's going to be a group of young men that come up and say, we're done with these social norms. We're fucking done. It's over. We're ending it now. We're done with this. In a very violent and hostile way. And it wouldn't be surprising if my son's age group does this. Because they're already doing it. Like, they hate the social norms of today. All of them. Not just people who have right-wing parents either. Like, you're talking about people who have fucking leftist-ass parents who hate society because of how retarded it is all the fucking time. Hate it. With a burning passion. And you know, I thought it was just my kid at first, right? Because he's a well-adjusted kid. Like, he has friends. I've never really taught him politics. He just kind of taught him himself. He's asking what my politics were, and I would explain it to him. I never, like, told him half the shit he says. I'm like, damn, dude, that's a little bit more extreme than I am to the right. Like, that's pretty extreme. And a lot of his generation is like that. Especially the white males. Yeah. They're fucking done, dude. They're already done. They're not even out of high school and they're already fucking done. Think about that for a minute. Like, when we were in high school, we didn't really like society either. But we were like, it'll get better. We're going to become adults. We're going to try to make society better. But no, my generation's retarded, apparently, and made it fucking worse. But along with the other generations that were already adults. But man, watching the visceral hate I see from young kids, not just of white kids, of all the young kids, specifically men or boys, between the ages of middle school and high school, the amount that they fucking hate society today is astounding to me. Like, we didn't hate society that fucking much. We just hated the dumbass shit we had to do when we were teenagers. Like, go to school for fucking ever. And all that shit. Like, that was our problem with society, is that you're just forcing us to do things that don't help at all. But man, these kids coming up, it wouldn't be surprising if they turn it into a war zone by the time they're between the ages of 30 and 25. When they hit that age. It would not be surprising at all to me. And it's sad because, like, we could have fixed this. There's several times where we could have fixed it. We could have fixed it in 2020. We could have fixed it in when was that signed into effect? In 2001, we could have done it. In 2020, we could have done it. 2008, we could have done it, but we didn't. We didn't because we were stupid. And it sucks that it was that we were that stupid. This includes me, right? Like in 2020, what I thought happened was going to happen, right? Like exactly what I thought happened is what happened. Certain people are going to be able to do whatever the fuck they want, while specifically white people who aren't participating in what they wanted to do during the 2020 summer of love, as they call it, or the mostly fiery but mostly peaceful protest. Yeah, the exact thing I thought was going to happen happened. I knew the American right, whether it be politically or morals wise, just didn't do shit. When the answer was, no offense to anyone who supported BLM or leftist causes, was we should have went into every major city that they were protesting in and wiped them out. That's what should have happened. That's what should have happened. Like that should have happened. Not the government, because the government can't do that. They're legally not allowed to do that. Fine. But the citizenry should have. And it kind of proved to me that everyone on the right, from the gun toters to the whatever extreme you want to call the right, because I don't see it the same way everyone else does. I don't believe in the Overton window. I think it's a garbage scale, and it always has been. You're better off using time and the governments of those times and applying them to left and right than you are with the Overton window, because no way in hell that Nazis, which were essentially white nationalist progressives, were right wing. You can't tell me they were right wing. The only thing that was right wing about them of the time, especially at the time, was nothing. Like even progressives believed in families at the time. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. The family unit and all that shit. So like they were progressive fucking shitheads. Same with fascist. Not National Socialist, fascist. They were essentially socialism with the government. It's what it is. It's just what socialism evolves into. So that was the actual application of socialism in effect. Fascism is the actual socialite or like socialist. Socialist government in effect. Everybody says it's not. I'm like, no, that's exactly what it is. Because how else are you gonna force workers to seize the means of production? Like, how are you gonna do that? Besides using the government. Can't. Now, I'm not just talking about legally, I'm talking about forcefully, too. Like, you can't do it. They can hire hit squads if they want. They can hire security guards. They can do all that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whether it's legal or illegal, it doesn't matter. You can't do it by force. I mean, shit, they could hire contractors. Could contractors exist? I mean, they've always kind of existed, but at least in America, they can hire contractors. And if you don't know what a contractor is, I'm saying it in this term, it's people that go to war for us in situations where they're not marked as us. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, they have military armament, which we're not allowed to have for some fucking reason. We're supposed to have it, but we're not allowed to for whatever fucking reason. Stupid fucking reason they decide. But the sad reality is, everything is now. There's two things. Everything is stupid, fake, and gay. Right? Everything is that now. Already. Could you imagine when if AI gets, like, good? It's going to be stupid, fake, and gay. Even more stupid, fake, and gay than it is today. So, like there's no way in hell an alien species comes from another planet that's never been here before. Looks at our media and says, how the fuck did this species not survive? Like, everybody's fucking, like, gay. How is this species alive? How is this species existent? Why are they so stupid? Like, why is everything so fake? That's exactly what would happen if a normal alien species came to be into America, into this world. You would think half the West is, at least half, is gay and or trans. Like, if you watch today's media, you would think the U.S. is like half black. Not, by the way, but like, just looking at the media, you would think it was half of America's half black. Like, they're all black, half of it. The whole half of America, of the population, is black. And it's just not the case. You would think everybody is, like, who's getting married is mixed raced. Like, every commercial I see, it's like always a mixed race couple. It's like, that's not even the reality. Like, what are you doing? Like, look, I'm not against mixed race couples. I don't give a shit. But, like, that's not even, like, close to reality. They just put a black family in there. Put a white family in there. An Asian, I don't care. Like, I mean, it's fucking insane to me. Like, all this shit is insane to me. It doesn't make any sense. None of it does. The media, politics, any of the media, from video games all the way to fucking TV shows and books and all that shit. It's all just like commie gobbledygook. What it is. To me. Like, every time I see it, it's just like, oh, well, we have to have a mixed race couple in the show. Why? Like, we don't have to. Does it really matter? But they make it a point, too. Like, they don't just do it. They make it a point. Like, they make it a point in the show, and they make it a point outside the show in the news of entertainment. And it's just, like, stupid. Not only that, but they're replacing... Disney's replacing white people with other races, which is just fucking weird. You know what, though? You know what Disney's not gonna fucking do? You know what Disney's not gonna fucking do? And they fucking should. Because it would just be hilarious to watch their downfall afterwards.
What's up?
Make George the Jungle black. Go ahead. Do it. Fucking do it. Fucking do it. You're gonna do it to the Little Mermaid. You're gonna make Snow White a Mexican. You might as well fuck, or whatever, wherever the fuck she comes from in South America, or it's south of the border. You might as well just fucking do it. Just do it. Go ahead. Do it, please. Please fucking do it. They don't got the balls to do that, though.
No balls.
They don't got the balls to do it. Actually, they'll make it worse. They'll make it They'll probably do something stupid as fuck, like instead of the movie following George the Jungle, it'll follow
Jane.
It'll follow Jane, and it'll be some stupid, like, can't survive in the wilderness fat white guy. That's
right.
what it'll be. It's like, how the fuck did he survive at all then? Like, what? He's hanging out with gorillas. There's no way you can just be fat and hang out with gorillas. There's no fucking way in hell. That's what it'll be. And it'll be, like, retarded as a whole. Like, he'll actually be mentally handicapped. Like, he won't even, like, it won't be like the fumbling father or whatever. It'll be worse. That's the only way they could do it. That's the only way they could do it. I guess it wouldn't be Disney. Whoever did George the Jungle. I don't remember who did last. But yeah. I mean, they do it in video games. They do it in TV shows. They change whole characters' personas. Not even just race-based, just the way they act, the way they treat other people, the way they move, the way, like... The prime example of this was the Halo show. I watched one episode, and who played him? I forget. I don't know how to say his last name. Pablo
Escobar?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure that was. I'm pretty sure that's a gangster.
Yeah. I mean, first off, his helmet was off all the time. The episode that I saw, like, that never happened. He doesn't walk like the Master Chief. He doesn't talk like the Master Chief. The Master Chief is a man of very few words for a reason. Part of his character development. If you guys haven't realized this, you're all fucking retarded. And they just kind of ruined the character. I mean, at least he's around the same age. Well, he'd be around the same age Master Chief is. What time frame was that supposed to be in? I don't even remember.
Pre-Cortana.
So he's too old then. I mean, they just do shit really badly all the time. It's really fucking annoying. It really is. In all media. There's this new thing going around, redheads are black. I'm like, you guys don't really want to talk about this. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
You guys really don't want to talk about this because you guys are going to find out very quickly that we're not even really that closely related. Can you just stop right now? As a species, because I don't think you understand the genetic lineage of redheads. Okay? And I definitely know you don't understand your own genetic lineage as far as evolution goes. Because you're going to be fucking shocked. Hey, black person. It's just fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. I mean, we're gonna get to that point. People don't realize this either. When AI comes out, and if it's as good as they think it's gonna be, if it's anywhere close to as good as they think it's gonna be, we're gonna find out a lot of things people don't even understand today, very quickly from AI, and it's gonna be along race lines, cultural lines. It's gonna be a lot of that, and it's gonna be kind of scary because it's gonna kind of prove that it might actually end up proving that different races are different species of animal in reality. I think personally, because just the way the out of Africa theory is gone. It's been blown out of the water for a decade plus now. So I don't think that's how. I don't think every Homo sapien is a Homo sapien. And I'm not saying black people aren't Homo sapien. Actually, if anything, that they are the Homo sapien. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anything, someone like me is not the Homo sapien. We're something completely fucking different. And I have like actual thoughts about this, and not in like a racist way. It's just like, look at Russians. Russians are a different species. I don't care what anybody fucking says. They're a different hominid. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying they're not like decent people or anything, or dumb or any of that. But they're just fucking weird. They're just like, it's completely different, dude. It's just like a completely different way of everything, of existence, right? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, do you understand? And like, and another thing, like, people were sitting there saying, like, people would say this is racist, but I mean, look at Aboriginals from Australia and look at Africans. They don't look the same, dude. They don't. They don't even. The bone structures are completely different. You can say, oh, well, that's because of they were stuck in Australia or whatever. It's like, I don't know about that, dude. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying they're different species. I am saying that they're way different, way more different than they are the same. Because it's really weird when this kind of topic comes up, because it's like, oh, but it's racist. It's not racist. The reality is that, like, there are dogs that look completely fucking different from each other and are different sizes that have more genetical lineage than I do to, like, someone else in my extended family who can look exactly like me. But, like, the Chihuahua and the Rottweiler are the same. Are closer. Like, what? Like, genetics doesn't work the way people think it does. Like, it works kind of that way, but not really. I'm not saying that's a fact. It's just like, when a small dog and a large dog are closer in relation than, like, me from an extended family member, that's kind of crazy. At least genetically speaking. A smaller dog. I wouldn't say small. A smaller dog.
This bitch done took me back to my room.
And I get why that is. I'm not saying it's just like, I don't think we actually understand genetics at all. It's like the thing with the brain. I don't think we understand the brain at all either. We don't even understand how it functions. We know the physical aspect of it, like how it physically reacts to other things, but we don't actually know, like, how it functions. Like, we know what different chemicals will do to it. That's what we know. And, like, our own body produces chemicals that makes it function in different ways. And, like, you know, it's just kind of crazy when we sit here and think about that. We know that, but we don't actually know, like, at base how it fucking works. We can even get it down to, like, what elements are in our brain, right? Like, what raw elements or just raw molecules or whatever, right? Just molecules. We can figure that out. We can't actually figure out how it works. It's like trying to give a computer to a caveman. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know how, like, even if you taught them how it works and, like, or said, like, this is what you do to make it function, that's essentially what we know about the brain. It's like, oh, you just plug it in, turn the power button, and then you can do things on the computer. That's what they're thinking, right? Like, we know how it, like, I know how it works. It's a bunch of on and off switches. That's all it is. But in a very complex structure that is sometimes a hindrance to itself, but usually works fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's like people who don't know anything about cars and drive a car. Like, all they know is they have to put gas in it and turn the key and drive and get it checked by the mechanic every once in a while. You know what I mean? By a mechanic every once in a while for tires, for whatever maintenance it needs. They don't even know the maintenance besides maybe tires and oil because it's so prevalent in our culture. But, like, other than that, like, most people don't even get their transmission fluid changed when they should, like, at the service interval. You know what I mean? Like, no one does that. Not one fucking person. Like, and even if it's like, dude, if you don't do this, you're gonna eventually blow up the transmission, and it's just not gonna fucking work. That's just gonna happen eventually. But if you do this right now, it will not blow up the transmission. You have to do it again in this many miles, but it will not blow up the transmission. And we're just changing fluids and filter. You know what I mean? Maybe clutches if it's a manual. But it's kind of crazy how much we don't know about something that, like, people act like we know a shit ton about. Psychology is another one of those things. Like, psychology is one of those things. The brain itself is one of those things. Like, the physical aspect of the brain. Like, how it actually functions. We don't actually know. We just know electricity goes through it for some reason, and it responds to different chemicals. That's what we know. There's all kinds of shit like that. You know what's funny, Dustin? Remember we always had those stupid cancer ads on TV for smoking?
Oh, yeah.
You know most smokers don't die from cancer? Most smokers don't even get cancer. You know what they die from? Usually? Heart attacks. The most common death for a smoker is heart attacks. Not cancer, heart attacks. But you would think by all the media we were bombarded with, you know, when we were teenagers and up until even now, that every smoker gets cancer. I also still haven't met one motherfucker who only dipped tobacco their whole entire fucking existence almost and got mouth cancer. They might lose their teeth. They might have, like, rotting gums. Shit like that. That's fixable, by the way. To a point. Obviously, you can only fix your teeth so much if they're fucking rotting out of your head. But you can get new teeth. They're fake, but they work and they're good if you spend a lot of money on them. But like, it's kind of crazy that like I don't know anyone who chewed tobacco or dipped that ever got cancer. And I'm talking about old timers, bro. Like when I was living in Pennsylvania, there were guys who had been dipping since they were like fucking 10. And they were like 70. And they never, not once, and have been checked for cancer and never fucking got it. And I'm talking about a lot of old timers I knew that did that. A lot. And they never fucking got it. Usually just passed away from old age or maybe a heart attack at old age, because like that gives you heart attacks too. I never met anyone that got mouth cancer from really anything. My dad got throat cancer, but he smoked, but like that could have been other things too. I'm not saying it wasn't smoking. It probably didn't help at all. But like, I'm talking about a guy who took asbestos out of buildings. You know what I mean? He probably got cancer from every kind of work he's done. Right. Painting, remodeling, everything. So it's probably an add up of everything, really. But smoking is just also not good to do that when you're doing the other stuff too. And there's a huge like link between sleep and cancer too. If you don't sleep very well, you usually get cancer. I noticed that too. They did a comprehensive study on this kind of stuff, and it seems like your body attacks everything while you're asleep. Like everything. Cancer, germs, dead cells in your body, everything. It attacks fucking everything. Also, gut biome. They did some studies on gut biome too. It seems like a lot of people who have a very cluttered or crazy gut biome, like there's just like more germs than there's supposed to be. On average, they tend to get cancer too. It's another study they did, which is that's very interesting to me. Kind of makes me, it kind of sucks though, because like I think about it, I was like, my gut biome probably fucking sucks. My gut biome probably sucks, and I don't sleep, so I'm probably gonna die of cancer anyway. Although then I have the sun that hates me for some reason. I don't know what I did to the sun, but I did nothing to you. Okay? Stop attacking me when I go outside. Make your radiation like go around me or something. I don't know. What do you think?
Huh?
What do you think?
I can't go out in the sun either.
Yeah, why does it hate us?
Oh.
What did we ever do to the sun? We like the sun because our food eats the food the sun makes. And I like some of the food that the sun makes. We like you. What are you doing? We never say anything bad about you. You're the mean one in this situation.
That's why I'm not using
my only problem with you is that in the wintertime you disappear for too long. That's my only problem with you, stupid son.
That's why I'm not using you to grow my stuff.
Like, we used you for your talents, and we're glad you're there. And you get mad at us and burn me, you fucking asshole. That's what the sun does to me. It just tries to kill me. I didn't do anything to the sun. I like the sun. It's warm. It helps us grow food. And then other food eats that food as well. I never threw anything at you into the outer space. Look, if you're still mad about NASA doing that, take it up with them. Because it ain't my fault. I didn't care if they sent a satellite to the moon or the sun. I don't care if they sent it to the moon. I don't even give a shit about the moon. I don't even care about space, really. Like, it's cool. Right? Like, it's cool. That's about it, though. Like, I'm not going into space. Why do I want to go there? Everything there is trying to kill you. Why do I want to go there? I don't want to go there. I want to stay on this planet. And you be nice to me for 5 minutes. For the next year. But I've already been sunburned pretty good. Not horribly, but pretty good. I haven't worn sunblock yet this year either. Funny enough. Of any type, whether it's the bad stuff or the good stuff. I think it's going to be kind of crazy in the next couple decades. Everybody in America, the West, what they consider the West, Western Europe, Australia, America, Canada, kinda Japan, and Korea. We've westernized them so much. In other countries that we've westernized a lot. It's going to be a crazy time the next couple decades, and it kind of sucks. It's interesting, but like, shit's going to go down, and I don't know where it's going to start, but it's going to definitely start somewhere. But I suggest to everybody, no foreign wars. If we want to fight it out amongst each other here, that's one thing. But no foreign wars, please. Just none of that. I don't give a fuck. Unless they're attacking us, I don't care what they're doing. And that's why I think most guys are fed up. Because it's like, we have a bunch of women out here. Look, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with women. We have a bunch of women out here. You know, being cunty and trying to act like dudes. And guys don't want dudes. Straight guys don't want dudes. But there's actual studies that straight guys look at two guys kissing and they, in their brain, the same chemicals that react to fucking maggots happen. The same part of the brain gets activated. So, I mean, obviously you're not going to like freak out when maggots are around, but they're still gross. You're going to be like, ew, that's gross. You know what I mean? In your head, you're going to be like, ew, that's gross. It's not like there's nothing to worry about, but it's just gross. It's like, I just don't want that. They want women who are women and fucking not crazy bitches that think they can do what everything a guy can do, because that's insanity. That's just crazy. Every woman I've ever met in my entire life are always like, I can't do what guys can do. Like, they can do a lot of stuff women can't, like, period. And it's not because they live in the lap of luxury or whatever. Like, they even say it's like, even if I was raised to do this stuff, there's no way I could beat guys at what they do. Like, there's just no way. They say it all the time. It's kind of sad that we live in a society where they can't even choose to do what they want. They can, but they get shamed for being a mom, stay-at-home mom, if they can be. They get shamed for, just being feminine, like having a feminine persona. They get called pick-me's and shit. Like, dude, no, we just want women who are normal women. We don't want fucking goddamn Nicki Minaj running around trying to fucking, like every other girl being Nicki Minaj running around being retarded. We don't want that. We just want normal women. That's it. Normal. We're not saying you can't do stuff. We just want you to be normal. That's it. Is that complicated? Is that complicated?
It's too complicated, man.
Be fucking normal. And like I'm
Too
far from normal,
complicated.
but like at least I can act normal. Like I could just sit there and just say nothing and be completely fine. And talk to people like in polite ways and stuff and be normal. But like I'm far from normal. But like you don't need to be normal all the time. We expect you to yell and get upset and do stupid shit. We expect that.
Can you not catch
At
all
any
the Pokemon without the DLCs?
No. Nope.
I'm very confused at that answer because of the way I
What'd you
asked the
say?
question.
Okay. I thought you said, can you
You,
catch all the
you
Pokemon without the DLCs? And I said no. You can
okay,
catch all the Pokemon. You can catch all the Pokemon in Paldea, like the main map.
but I
But you
can't catch
can't
all
catch.
298 Pokemon in the Pokedex.
But you have more than 298. There's 400 in Paldea alone. And the other Pokedexes add more or less. Some of them are the same. So, I mean, I haven't looked at it in a while. Let me check. I haven't looked at the Pokedexes. Let me put a Scarlet and or Violet in here.
There's over 400, and I've only seen 298 of them.
There's only 400 in Paldea, like the map you're in right now, because you don't have the DLC. Some of them you have to get to evolve. Some of them you have to evolve them. Sometimes some of them you have to.
How the fuck do I get that Salamence then?
That might be version exclusive.
No, the special ancient Salamence.
Ancient Salmon.
The Soaring Moon.
Oh, that's in the crater.
Ancient Salamence.
That's in the crater. That's in the crater.
I have yet to fucking run into one.
They're in caves. There's caves around that area. You have to look. They're hard to see. They're not right in front of your face.
Yeah, I had
Look
to.
for caves. They have all the Paradox Pokemon in them.
Because I think that might be the only one I don't have. Or at least the
Because
only
you
one
can't
I
get the
know
Violet.
that I
You
don't.
can't get the future Paradox Pokemon unless you have Violet.
Well, yeah.
Or trade. Dude, I don't think you understand how many Pokemon there are. You should look up a Pokedex for it. Like, I use a couple sources, but the main one I use is, PokemonDB.net. That's the one I like the most, because it's just quick. I did the plus button. Minus? What was it that it does a Pokedex? Okay. There's 400 in the Paldean Dex, which is the one you're working on right now. In the Kitakami Dex, there's 200 even, and some of them are new ones. If you want to complete the Pokedex overall, and have the different forms, for some of them. And there's a Blueberry Dex, which is for the Blueberry Academy, which is 240. And there is a few version exclusives.
You talking about outside the main cave?
Nah, you know where that waterfall is, and that little river at the bottom before you go into the. How you doing?
So outside of the
Cerebee's good
cave.
too. Well, what do you mean by main cave? What do you mean?
Where the last research station and the final battle
No,
is?
they're in the area that isn't the cave. Like, there's other caves. If you go where that river is before you get to the cave, there are other caves in the region. right? How you doing? Uh, Migi? I don't know how to say that. Migu and Yebby. But yeah. There's 200. There's 400 even. Uh, for the Kimmy decks. Yeah. Did you catch the stake legendaries?
Yes.
You caught all of them.
Yep.
You're playing Scarlet, so I'm skipping all the Scarlet. You're getting the past one, so for Paradox Pokemon, you will have
Hang on.
Roaring Moon, which is a Salamence one. Sandy Shocks, Slitherwing, Fluttermane, Brute Bonnet, Streamtail, and Great Tusk.
I need to catch a Great Tusk. I need to catch a Great Tusk. I have a Screamtail, a Brute. I need a Screamtail, a Brute Bonnet, a Fluttermane. I have all those.
Can you share your screen?
I need yeah.
Well, this person has a Roaring Moon. I have one too. I have a few actually, I think. What happened?
There you go.
Alright, cool. Did you bring out the Pokedex? I'm assuming. Vax Caliber. That's the lower evolved form of the dragons. I think he's a pseudo. From Paldea. Ice Dragon. I forget his first form's name. I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna look too. Right here. In my game. He's towards the end. Frigibax. He's like a little gray dragon. He hangs out in the north, in the mountains. He's rare. Survivor. I think the only Survivor I've ever watched is the first season when I was like a kid. That's because my parents watched it, so I watched it too because it looked interesting. Not really a fan. I don't hate it, but not my thing. Yeah, there's a lot of Virgin exclusives too. You got to figure that out as well. You can use Cerebi.net, Bulbapedia. There's 1,001 websites that you can use to look this up. They'll give you the places where they're at too on the map. So, I'm going to start doing that. Plus evolutions, like I'm sure you've caught that tumbleweed.
Yeah.
You have to. It evolves by you walking around with it. So you can't go too fast, or it goes back in the Pokeball. That's a thing. The Pikachu clone, its highest evolved form does that because it has three forms. But you might be able to catch that one. I don't know if you can or not. I don't remember. Let me see. Any other like really special evolutions?
Another
like kind of
nasty plot. I need another nasty plot TM like I needed a hole in the head.
Congratulations, Dustin. Yeah, there's just normal version exclusives of Pokemon. I would look that up. There's lots of places to go and look for it.
Wing. We got this.
You got Annihilate. Did you get an Annihilate yet?
Yeah. I have like 12 rock roughs. Because I was trying to get one with own tempo.
Did you get your Affix Evolve form?
Fucking Jigglypuff, bitch. Get out of here. Fucking prehistoric Jigglypuff. Fucking cave.
Then you got the evolution. Then you got the evolution trade. So if you need to do that, tell me. I will help you with that, Dustin. Like Scizor and stuff like that.
That's some random fucking shit, but alright.
There's a lot of fish Pokemon. You don't really see them unless you go in the ocean. Do you have a Wiglet and a Wugtrio?
The worms.
Yeah, the Diglett clones for water.
Yeah.
Do you have the two dolphins?
I don't know about.
You probably don't have the evolved form. There's two dolphins. It's just one line. I would catch two, a Physian or Finzian, or how you say it, and a Pal if it evolves. You have to be in a party with somebody for it to evolve. Oh. So when you want to do that, tell me. I'll jump one.
Oh, I need to catch this Kicks guy. I think. It's either him or the lower evolved form. Nope, it was him.
I'm just looking for any like special evolutions, like to new Pokemon and stuff. King Gambit, did you catch one of those yet? Evolved form of Bisharp. Yes, he evolves now. Squivillon. The Squivillon. Yeah, you do, I think. I think you have the two peppered head Pokemon.
There we go.
I think I saw you catch it. Yeah, I mean, it's at this point you're just gonna be looking for like where they're at on the map, essentially. On the different maps. Just go down to the stream. Not that hole, the stream. The other one with the waterfall. I think I know where a mountain is. Or a cave is. Mountain. Oh, you can't fly. Shit.
Yep, I'm gonna fall in the hole.
Yeah, you're gonna go all the way down. To the bottom. I gotta go back up. Yeah, at this point, you're probably going to be just looking at map, like where to fuck.
That's crazy because any of the game I've been playing recently, that would have just killed me.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be looking at, for now on, you're probably going to be looking at version exclusives and like where Pokemon are. I think you can catch like the vast majority of Pokemon. I just don't think you can catch them. You obviously can't catch the version exclusives. You can trade for them. For sure. And if you want me to do that, I can do that. If you want to go catch them yourself by playing Violet, you can do that yourself if you want. That is up to you, sir. Any trade evolutions I will do with you, though. Just trade your brand nice Pokemon. Trade it back to me. Pretty fucking simple. Actually, have they been doing the shiny map thing? Or the shiny, probably log over the internet first. That would probably help a lot. The shiny, the higher shiny, what are they called? Mass outbreaks?
I never see any shinies.
Dude, you probably missed a couple already. If you grinded anywhere for levels, you definitely missed a couple.
Where's the teleporter? There it is.
Yeah, I mean, I can give her a shot. What's her name? Nintendo. There's a Nintendo agreement policy that I didn't
Janice?
check off.
Look at the
I don't know if
Lycan
links are
Rock.
automatically blocked though.
Look at the daytime Lycan Rock.
Yep.
Just hanging out, doing Lycan Rock
Have you
things.
found? Have you found the?
I haven't found
What is that called?
Dusk Form.
Yeah, have you found that yet?
I found Midnight and midday, but I haven't found the Dusk one.
Oh, you have to be around. There's an evening
Yeah,
in the game. You have to be in the evening.
might be beneficial if I go to a place that has a lot of rock roughs in the evening.
There's a Poke Center in. Pull your map real quick when you're done. Jump into the next thing because I don't want you to fail with that. Zoom out. You can't even. Yeah, okay. Go to the right. Right. Go up. That Focus Center to the left a little bit. There's a lot of rock roughs and lichen rocks that pop up in this area. That's where I got my dusk form from. Yeah. Just go over to that waterfall. Just jump down. There's not one behind it. It's just near there. Uh oh.
I gotta see
Got
if
him
I
yet?
caught him. That's why. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
you did.
But that's why
Hey.
I went. That's why I went into battle with him.
Yeah, just double check stuff. Say hi to Janice for me, and yeah, if the link goes up, you can put it up. I don't really care. I don't know if it auto does it though. Auto blocks it. I don't really have a setup for that or anything. Mass outbreaks. Let's look for them. Is there a shiny one? If there is, I'll grind that out tomorrow night after I put together my new skateboard. Stay for a while. Can't wait for that to be done. I kind of want to do a stream for that too. I might do a phone stream for that. Have my son hold the phone while I do it. No shiny ones, no higher shiny odd ones. I mean, I could do shiny hunting there for these, but it's not as fun. Well, I do have a shiny Hoot, so that Noctowl might be worth it. Honestly. I actually have the entire line of Alolan Traveler, Geodude, and Golem done. Chinese. No. Deerling, but it's the spring one. I had to catch 2 of them.
Nighttime form Lycan Rock.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk into the cave.
Yeah, it should be in there somewhere. It might take a minute. You just have to walk back and forth until it spawns. Like, over that way.
This is a big ass cave.
That's where I caught mine. Yeah, I think this is where I caught mine. Pretty sure. Just keep looking. It might take a minute to spawn in, so don't be surprised. Run around and respawn stuff constantly, as much as you can. What was that flying? There he is right there. You gotta, like, calm him down with a whistle. Or let him... Yeah, there you go. He's pretty cool. Is he Dark and Dragon? think it's his typing.
I don't know why I threw a fucking Ultra Ball. I hate.
Yeah, Roaring Moon. He is Dark and Dragon.
I really like those Dark Dragon typing.
I think there's only 2. Well, 4 if you count the other line. Oh, kill it, Dustin. Did you use a quick ball?
Yeah, he did not stay.
Did you timer ball?
I have timer balls.
I mean, you can do what you want.
But it's only been like 3 turns. And apparently I don't have that many.
Did you get the catch charm?
No, what is that?
Checking your key items pocket. You might have got it through dialogues. I think they just give it to you through
the
dialogue after beating the Elite Four.
I caught him with
yeah, the catch charm. Having one of these mysterious, unshakable charms makes it more likely you'll get a crit catch. It's just a key item thing. Then you got the XP charm.
Oh, little doggy. Little dead doggy.
The glimmering charm.
I already have one of you, though. And your
The mark charm. The shiny charm. That's after you collect the Pokedex.
Yo, that Soaring Moon was not here before.
Yeah, they spawn weird. It's not like normal spawns.
Like, before I did the last Area 0 mission, they weren't in here. Because I went in here because I got lost.
Yeah, no, they're supposed to be in here. You might have to.
I remember the ruins. I remember the ruins carved into the ground.
You might have to beat the end of the story. Did you go get your other ride Pokemon?
What do you mean?
Did you go catch him? You can go catch him. Another one.
Koraidon?
You can't get rid of your ride Yeah. He's down at the bottom, behind, like in this weird spot. Like in the bottom of the cave. You can catch another one of him. You can't get rid of your ride Pokemon. But you can't transfer him into home. Even if he's not like your ride Pokemon. Took him out of the ride position.
I was about to say, I have a Cyclizar. What do I need Koraidon for?
Yeah. It won't get rid of it for you, though. You can't use Cyclizar for that.
Oh, really?
You can't for some reason. Yeah, for some reason. I don't fucking get it.
We're the only retard that can't fucking ride a Cyclizar, but we can ride a legendary.
Yeah. Pokemon logic. There is none. Pure logic there.
Oh, goddamn.
Fall in between their minds. Yeah, in the bottom crystal area, you can go around where you go with that robot lead, the robot version of the kid's parents.
There's like 50 Soaring Moons in here.
Yeah, now that you call one, of course. Yeah, if you're down in that crystal area.
God damn it.
You can just jump down the middle of the map.
Flower bitch.
Baby. I have all of them, and their evolved forms.
You have everyone.
Everyone in all their forms. That stay. Obviously, ones that are battle only, I can't do that. So. But if they can stay in that form, they're in my Pokedex. If they're not in it right now, they're in a game. Because I'm a fucking retard and decided to collect all the Pokemon.
Because it was just easier just to jump down the hole.
Yeah. Just go all the way to the bottom, though. I don't care if you run. I don't care if you just dive down there. I don't give a shit how you do it. And there's a crystal that has them on there.
There he is.
Is that him right there?
Yeah. That's
I
the
would
top of
save.
the slope. Oh, if I kill him, he won't come back.
Yeah.
Because everybody else has come back.
I don't know. He might, but just in case. I don't remember. You can look it up, but I don't know.
The fuck just happened?
I don't know, dude.
I walked
Where
up
did
to
those
him and a
trainers come from?
Jigglypuff started tagging me.
Where did those trainers come from?
That's me! And then a reflection of
Oh,
me.
is that okay.
Oh, he's still standing there. The Jigglypuff just got to me somehow.
Well, either kill it or catch it.
I have one, so.
He's not a dragon, silly. Play ref doesn't work on him.
Uh,
Anyways. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work, like, for real.
Good, it's asleep. Let me leave. I was about to say, you couldn't get away from what? It's sleeping.
Yupper doodles. I think it's Koraidon versus Koraidon. Might not be, though. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it. Why are you looking over there, bro? Guess not. Never mind.
Probably not gonna work, but.
Probably not, but who knows? Who
Never
fucking
hurts
knows?
to
Hey,
try.
yeah. Every time you get so many Pokemon, you should get prizes in the Pokedex. Have you been collecting those?
What? Oh yeah, all
Yeah.
this shit. All this shit from the Pokedex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get items and stuff.
That's okay. It can be not very effective. I just want to paralyze them.
You gonna beat your ass.
And maybe cause some damage while I'm at it. Come on, paralyze. I swear to God. There we go. And we'll hit him a couple more times for good measure. Since it doesn't do very much damage. Piss off with your collision course. Now you can only use it 3 more times. Not that I'm sure if my fucking. You couldn't move. That's not good. I have one, so technically, wouldn't a repeat ball have a greater chance?
Yeah.
Because I do have one.
Yep. It does work. I forgot about that. I didn't know you had repeat balls. That's probably why.
It almost worked. I have at least one of like every kind of Pokeball.
I don't know that though. Now I do, but didn't know that then.
Timer ball did worse than the repeat ball.
Yeah, if I
But
were you,
it's
I'd go to
good.
the school store and just buy 100 of quick balls, tire balls, and repeat ball. Not repeat so much. I'd probably buy 50 repeat, and then
I don't
some
want
a
Thunder Pot.
couple ultra balls, some great balls, and keep the premier balls you have get from it, and also keep any Pokeballs you've picked up.
Alright, let's get them moving. I have 12 dust balls, 12 dive balls, 13 nest balls, 10 net
You are in a
balls.
cave.
Oh, I am. Dust ball would actually help. 29 premieres. I still have my master.
You can always use that.
I mean, I could.
I mean, you don't really need it for anything else, to be
I
honest.
don't really need it for anything. Was it this
I
one?
would use it. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
I think I did use it on him. Neither one's going to be that great. I would get over that.
I'm looking for. I was looking for the Terra type. So that way, when he hits me with when he hits me with his Dragon Rush or whatever the hell dragon move he keeps using, it doesn't hurt as much, and knock his speed down a little bit too. Ouch!
How much should it take down?
Enough.
Your
As
name
long
was in
as he
the way.
doesn't use that one again.
He's going to use it again.
Oh, he has to recharge.
That's true.
All right, your speed's been knocked down twice, and you're paralyzed.
He just used bulk
You
up.
really don't want to get caught up. Caught.
Just use a fucking Master Ball.
No.
I think I still have one in my Scarlet version. I have no idea why.
He can't attack because he's paralyzed, but he won't stay in the ball. Damn, that was close. But he's paralyzed.
Timer Ball. Or Master Ball, go for it. Do whatever you
I do
want.
still have two left. I think that's all he has the PP for is bulk up.
That's funny. That's good. You'll catch him soon.
Hopefully.
Or he'll kill himself.
Right. Thank God he can't move.
Is he gonna crack? Is he gonna get the master ball, or is he gonna just he's gonna crack? All that work for nothing.
Games. Fucking tired of playing games. Most of the time, I use ball, and 99% of the time so far, it's been pretty fucking good. And then if the quick ball doesn't work, then I just lower his health and go with the ultra balls. I've been forgetting about all the other Pokeballs because they don't work right in any other game.
Yeah. I'd probably get rid of Applin. Personally. Or Flapple, yeah. You know what I meant. The Applin evolution. By the way, you know there's two more, right?
Yeah, I have the turnover one.
No, there's two more after those two. So, Applin, there's a line. Applin will evolve into Driflin if you buy a sweet candy. It's a candy apple.
What just happened? Why was there a Gwa?
I don't know.
I caught him and then there was a Gwa.
I don't know. Anyways, fuck was I saying? Oh.
Don't you fight the other one?
You just did.
No, I thought you fought the violet one.
No.
So you could at least just see it. Oh man.
You got surf, Dustin. You can go surfing now. Surfing USA.
As if I already don't. Flash cannon.
Have fun. Have fun. Down
here.
Do we call everything in this cave?
No.
The Dunsparces, stuff like that. Like on the upper parts of the cave.
Oh yeah. What the hell?
What are you doing?
I have the most random Pokemon missing.
You got like a vast amount of resources to look up.
I know.
You have a lot missing.
I do have a good amount. I thought I had a good amount.
No, let's say you don't have a good amount.
Apparently not. Hey. I gotta find.
You can catch Jumpluff in the wild. You can catch Skiploon. You can catch both of those in the wild.
Skiploon. Yeah.
Then you can catch the fleshing line in the wild. Palmwat, you have to evolve. You can get. You know where those Houndour are. They're in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. I know where a lot of them are. I just stopped catching them.
So, You don't know where they are. There's vast resources out there to find them. Trust me.
And now that I'm basically finished all the story, except for I gotta do the Academy tournament.
The what?
The Academy battle tournament thing.
That's always a thing. You can always go back and do that.
I mean, yeah, I know that. I'm just saying. That's the only thing I haven't done, I guess, storyline wise. Because I finished Area 1, or Area 0. I just caught the other Koraidon.
Woo! Go back to that one. Go back. Go back. Go back.
I have him.
Go back to that Dunsparce.
Oh.
Is that a 3 segment? Hold up. No. God damn, I thought it was a 3 segment.
No, just a Dunsparce. It's not a Dunsparce.
No, there's 2 different. That's the Dunsparce. There's 2 different ones of those. There's a 3 segment and a 2 segment.
Yeah, I haven't
that was a 2 segment.
3 segment one yet.
That one
I thought you were
is
talking
hard
about that.
It's like
I thought you were talking about that dickhead on the wall. I was like, no, I have one of those. And his lower evolved form.
I'm gonna get my skateboard tomorrow.
What the fuck? Of course, it's not very effective. Which one paralyzes him? Yep. I was about to say, he can fly. He got all bent out of shape because he couldn't use Earthquake. And he was like, fine, I'll just stay in the ball.
There you go. You got a great Tusk.
Come on, get up there. There it is.
Hit your X button. You gotta hit the 200 mark.
For 5 experience candies, medium.
Cool.
Which Pokemon 400 then? Or 398 for that matter?
400 is Miraidon, Violet's Ride Pokemon, and Violet's Futuristic.
Oh, the ones I'm missing up here are the ones I'm missing up here are the Future Paradox.
Yeah, not all of them, but yeah. You're missing Gimmighoul's Evolved Form, which you need 900 or 1,000, 999 or 1,000 gold coins to Gimmighoul coins to give to him. There's you know those towers throughout the thing?
Yeah.
They respawn, so you can go back to them and get a Gimmighoul.
There's
a bunch of them.
There's a couple of them. There's one I saw in some ruins.
Yeah, they pop up all over the place, like ruins and those towers.
And then the little ones where you get like 1 or 2 coins from.
They're everywhere. They're like signs.
Everywhere.
Next to buildings, yeah. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of running around the map, but I mean it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta evolve Palmy in the Palm lot. You gotta pull him out, let him walk around with you for so many steps. Same with Bramblin, which is that tumbleweed. He has evolved form. Like that. I forget there's a couple of them that do that. Hoppip and Jumpluff should be able to be found in the wild.
I'm pretty sure there's Jumpluff outside here.
Oh, is there? I know there's Skiploons up on top. That's not one of them.
Nope. They've randomly spawned in. There was no time for me to turn.
Yeah. I mean, it happens all the time. Yeah.
Everybody's like, everybody said or a lot of people are saying that these games, Scarlet and Violet, aren't going to play any different on the Switch 2 because they're not.
Well,
They don't have any of the DLC or whatever slated to come out, like the enhancement. And I'm like, are you dumb? It's gonna play better. It's gonna play better on the Switch 2 and look better and run better on the Switch 2, just for the simple fact that the Switch 2 is a stronger console. It doesn't need an update to the code. It just needs better hardware.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're not adding anything to these games.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Because there's already enough. There's already it already is a really good game graphically and everything else. It just needs the hardware to back it up. Isn't there a teleporter in here?
I don't know if it's in there or if there's a site above. Might be though.
I might have to go to that site. But I can take a nap.
Bink, bink, binka, bink.
No, it's all fancy now. Dun, 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 with like orchestra and shit.
Well, that's not a teleporter, Dustin.
No, I was wondering what it was though. It's a Terra Shard cloning tube. Now I have a riding Koraidon and a fighting Koraidon. You can keep being a bicycle if you want, Koraidon.
Not that one. The other one's the bicycle. It's like a motorcycle. He drifts. He is. Like
he can stay in vehicle mode if he wants to. He doesn't have to fight. I got his rival for that. Apparently, his rival likes to fight.
Yes.
I was running.
I was running. Yupper Doodles, you found it.
You can't do that in here. Where would you like to go? Research station number 1.
Yeah, they're up there, aren't they?
I think so.
There should be a Jumpluff and a bunch of Skiploom around them.
Or just a Jumpluff and a whole bunch of other Jumpluffs.
Silly Pokemons. Did you ever check to see if you had the catch charm? Let me look that up. Okay. Pull up your map. Go over to the desert area. Yeah, over here. Stop. What's that city called? Right there with its two Pokemon centers. Over here. No, in the desert. Right here. Down south a little bit. Right there.
Zappa Pico.
Okay, hold on. Mata Nevera city near there. Might not be a city, but I'm assuming it's a city. Look at mine. Oh, it's up in the mountains. Monte Nevera? Over in the like snowy mountains. Yeah. It's like neck. It should be right there, dude, over the snowy mountains. Up in the snowy mountains. There's a right there, is that it? Yeah. Fly there.
I forgot you can fly out of Area Zero. I just can't actually fly.
Yeah. Well, you have to get the DLC for that. Anyways. All right. The house. Stay at the Pokemon Center for a second. Look at the look for the house off to the near side of the Pokemon Center. Talk to the NPC inside. The closest house to the Pokemon Center. Or you can just go in every house. I don't really care. It's up to you.
I mean, this is the closest place to the Pokemon Center that I can actually enter.
That's a restaurant. You can leave there. Unless you want to buy food. That's up to you. Alright, I think I'm going to end the stream here. See y'all later. Have fun. Peace out. Talk to y'all later.
I'll try to get